What shit are you too old for?
Arguing with ignorant people on the internet.
Oh, I don't agree at all. You got a source in that, bud?
It's not my job to enlighten you. Do your own research.
Petty games while talking to a potential partner. Just be straight up and real with me. Tricks are for kids.
I've always felt this way. If you like me, just say that. If you don't like me, just say that. It's not hard and moves the process along much faster. If you text me and I'm free, I'm going to text back. I'm not going to wait 3 hours for aesthetic purposes. The list goes on.
Children like to play games. Adults ain't got time for that.
This sounds like some Instagram beep, but spending time around people that I genuinely don't like or who make me unhappy and uncomfortable. There's so short of a time we have on this earth in this time frame, and it just hit me right before I turned 30 that I spent a ton of time with people who I thought sucked. I cut that out and I'm much happier.
I did the same thing, and now I don't hang out with anyone rolling on the floor laughing.
Sometimes your own company is the best company.
Unnecessary drama.
Yes. Especially workplace drama. Everyone just shut up and do your job.
Yes. That's what I love about the Toyota dealership I currently work at. No drama, or at least very little. Everybody knows their job and there's a good sense of maturity, and we all just get beep done.
General admission tickets. My old beep requires a reserved seat.
Ha ha ha. Last gen admission show I went to, I had to find a comfortable wall to lean on.
Maybe the best thing that came out of COVID. Reserved seats in the pit at the next Tool concert.
Staying up late, eating fast food, and going to work without proper rest and nutrition. I was invincible. But the day came where I had to add bran to my diet and turn the computer off at midnight.
Once upon a time, I used to get home from work at midnight, do homework until 2 a.m., be at class at 8 a.m. the next day, and do it all over again. If I tried that now, I would probably die.
Right. I wish I had done something meaningful with all that resiliency. At least you did something worthwhile like work and homework. I was really good at a video game that nobody cares about anymore. I could have bettered my life.
Loud bars with no place to sit down.
And restaurants with super loud music. I don't **ing get it.
What? Can you repeat that?
Gestures vaguely at everything.
So you've chosen jazz hands.
Drinking heavily. It takes days to recover now, and most bad hangovers come with an existential crisis attached. Edit r/stop drinking.
Same, when I was young I remember times I'd have a day off from work, and be like beep yeah I'm gonna get trashed and play video games all night, it's gonna be great. Now I'm like great, I'm 3 drinks in, and I'm just tired and have heartburn.
I remember when I was young being wasted on a Monday at 5 a.m. and then went to work at 9 a.m. like a pro.
Family expectations.
My wife sometimes will say your mom/dad/whoever won't like that, and my response is usually I'm not really concerned with how they feel about it.
My mother will bring up my dead grandpa and try to guilt trip me by saying he wouldn't have approved. Ma'am, get over your daddy issues, I have my own to deal with.
Any kind of mental games. Don't do hints or beating around the bush. Grow up and just tell me what you want/need.
Life would be easier that way.
Worrying about anyone else's opinion of me.
Teach me.
1. Stop giving a beep. 2. Don't tell people. Let your actions show it. 3. 4. Profit.
Adults with the mentality of children. People 30 plus that expect others to clean up after them. Now that I'm pushing 40, the amount of people my age that never grew up astounds me.
IDK if I just have had fortunate experiences, but for the life of me I've never seen kids in their 20s and younger ever litter or leave huge messes. It's almost always the older generation just dumping trash or leaving public facilities in a mess.
I think a lot of it has to do with parents instilling good values into their children. A lot of people's parents never bothered to raise them, and it shows.
Facebook. There comes an age when you have to consider. Do I really care what kind of clickbait beat my high school friends who I never talked to and never will see, likes? I only had Facebook because it helped with socializing in college/high school. But afterwards it's really hard to want to add new friends because they can see your history, and you can too.
Honestly, the only reason why I have a Facebook is because I still have my mom as my friend and she passed 4 years ago. Every time I go on there, I'm tired now.
So much. I am 50 and I am just too old for so much of it. I was too old for it when I was 30 and didn't even realize. I just got more aware.
It's just the tolerance for it drops.
Helping people move.
I've moved a lot of times and have helped many people move. One of the best decisions I've ever made was hiring movers. $300 for the big stuff is money extremely well spent.
I'm glad that you've had a good experience, but my wife and I had the worst experience of our lives hiring movers. They spent 4 hours moving us instead of the 2 agreed upon. They tore up our couch and smashed my TV. Whole endeavor wound up costing us nearly $1,000 to move a single-bedroom apartment because we couldn't prove that they broke the TV.
1. Getting black or drunk and willingly doing other stuff which adversely affects my physical and mental health. 2. Having friends who are not a positive influence in my life. 3. Taking beep from anyone. Monkey bars. It's been years since I did it until recently. It's no longer fun and I was in pain the following day.
So I can still handle the monkey bars, but anything that spins me around like those playground roundabout rides I will never do again. I get super dizzy and want to puke.
TikTok. I told myself when I get older I need to be open-minded and not the close-minded grumpy old man. Then I see all these obviously staged videos and corny dancing/lip syncing stuff, and realize it's inevitable I am not gonna be the cool old guy.
I have this exact same process with TikTok. I think to myself, I'm really the bitter old woman I said I would never be, aren't I? LOL.
Alcohol, 4 hours of fun plus 48 hours of anguish in a bottle. Healthy knees. Expending energy for people that have absolutely no desire to do the same for you. It sounds childish, but an ex-friend of 20 plus years had this habit of constantly making everything about her. And if the conversation didn't have anything to do about her, she didn't bother responding to you, and if she did, it was single-word replies, or she'd just send. If you were excited about something, for example. After finally having enough of that energy, I decided to stop putting energy into what felt like a one-sided friendship. I took a step back and stopped responding to her for about 2 months while I was recovering from dental surgery because I was in pain and didn't have patience for even myself during the time. It was for my mental health. After not hearing from her for those few months, I've come to find out she had deleted me, blamed me for being a fake friend, and started playing the victim, just like the countless times she had done it in the past. I finally had enough and blocked her from everything, something I've never done before because I've always wanted to give her a chance. I'm tired of the games, and I'm tired of putting energy into people that only want to steal yours. When Macy's Thanksgiving parade performers are introduced as TikTok sensation without any other credentials worth mentioning. Being around people that don't respect my boundaries and also not communicating my boundaries. I've stayed in beep relationships and kept beep friends for longer than I should have, because I was too afraid to communicate boundaries or I was too afraid to stand up to people when they were acting beep. Staying up past midnight. Drinking or not, if I stay up past midnight I pay for it the next day.
Technically, you pay for it later that same day.
Arguing about nothing.
Funny BC. In my experience, the older the people, the more they argue about everything and nothing.
Being Rig's partner.
Glad someone said it.
Drama. It's like people don't realize that this life is it, this is what we've got of this one chance. Make it the very beep best you can. I'm human, so sometimes easier said than done, but I never ever forget that being alive is a big deal. Social beep media. Being tailgate by someone when there isn't a single beep other soul or car in any other lanes on the freeway around. And I myself have a lead foot. So I'm gonna tease and brake check you and I don't care.
Or when you're obviously just going the same speed as the vehicle in front of you. Oh, do pardon me, good sir, I notice from your stellar headlights and exhaust that can be felt in the bowels of the earth that you are a very important person with a very large. I'll just start a 6-car pileup, I'm sure that'll get you to Subway faster.